So that is Brian Dable in his press conference after the game saying, we did some good things. The offense has to do better, though. We need to do a lot better in a lot of things. So I think we'll save the press conference talk for a little bit later. But, guys, another season. Both our teams lost. Giants looked really bad. Jets looked competent. But at the end of the day, two L's staring us in the face, and this is just a repeat of every year we've seen. So we are the three angry Giant fans and the Jet fan. This is your host, Scott, Giant Mike, Cardone, and angry Jets fan, Novak. And we're already coming on the air, going to be pissed off this week.
I, guys, I'm done. I am done. I said it at the bar. I texted it numerous times to people last night. Can't do this. This is the third year in a row we started without scoring a touchdown. First of all,
yeah,
this misery has to end, and it only lies at one person's feet right now to me, because you can't have the numerous different amount of quarterbacks who have started for games for the Giants since Brian Dable has been here, and they all look like the same guy when they're playing for his team. That's just where I am right now with that.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start, guys. I really don't. I got a lot of it out of my system right after the game. Well, really during the second half, and then as the game went on, you saw just an absolute repeat of what's been going on the last couple of years. This is year 4 of Brian Dable now, and we've all been kind of saying Dable's not really the guy. I think we have a head coach, but I know we're going to get into it a lot tonight. But I don't know, guys. I don't know where to go. Where's the fervor? Where's the excitement? Where was the energy from the preseason? I know it was preseason, but where was any of that? Mike Kafka, this is I know we've done this before with the Niedermeyer and the Marmalade and the Wormer. Kafka, dead. Bowen, dead. Dable, dead. Slayton, dead. Pick whoever you want. Get rid of this trash. This is what they put out there yesterday is not the NFL. I can't wait to go around the league. I don't know how much you guys watched the rest of the league. We had the red zone going all day. Every other team looks better. They look more skilled, organized. Guys, I don't even know. I want to control myself just so I could be coherent tonight in trying to break down this game, knowing that there's 16 more of these things. And again, week 1, and I feel like the season's over. It's over.
Yep. All that and more. Just all that.
Novak, any opening comments?
I mean, I got a lot of comments for the Giants. Look, forget that I'm a Jet fan for a minute. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Is it right? That's what we all know, that cliche. How many years are you guys going to complain about the offensive line of this Giants team? How many years? 15? 20?
Rest of my life.
And so I looked at some stats out of curiosity. I'm going to ask the three of you this. Would you rather have offensive line depth or a backup defensive tackle?
Offensive line depth.
Yeah.
Offensive line depth or a backup running back?
Offensive line.
Yeah.
Offensive line depth or a tight end?
Maybe a tight end.
Offensive line depth or a cornerback or a safety?
Yeah.
I know where you're going.
Why do you continue to not draft offensive linemen? It's not that hard. In 2025, there were 22 offensive linemen before the Giants drafted one. 22. 12 tackles. 3 that are starters. And every single year, you guys go into the year saying, well, it's all about the offensive line. All about the offensive line. And you don't draft them.
No, we draft a receiver.
2 offensive linemen in 3 years. And your division has drafted 17 offensive linemen. The Giants account for 2 of those. And you wonder why you suck.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic statistic. It is.
It doesn't make any sense.
And I've kind of fallen into the trap of it myself. We talk about it on our pod about we need depth. We need a wide receiver 2. We need a tight end. We need skill position guys. And I've kind of I've gotten sucked into that vortex of not realizing again that this offensive line is absolutely unfixable. I don't understand. Someone has to explain to me how in the NFL the same unit with different play. I'm just talking about the offensive line of the New York Giants. Different coaches, different O-line coaches, different head coaches, coordinators, different people in uniforms on that line, and they can't figure this out. I cannot understand any of it. I just can't. It doesn't make sense. We were DVRing and we were watching play after play after play. They couldn't protect. They couldn't run the ball, and we were literally. I don't know who I want to single out the most, but maybe John Michael Schmitz, that asshole.
He stinks.
My God. Did anyone realize how bad this guy is at blocking and playing center in the National Football League? I'm done. Guys, I'm done with all these people. This guy was getting pushed back and shoved around into the backfield 6, 7, 8 yards.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. I just don't understand. I did not play offensive. I don't have experience playing this position. You know, to me, at this level, what makes one unit so much better than another when all these guys are relatively the same size? They all went to major universities. They all are high draft picks for the most part. I can't, as a football fan, as an NFL fan, I just cannot understand how the skill level of a lineman is that much different. Is it schemes? Help me out, guys. What is it? Do we have any idea?
It's got to be that, Cardone, because you see linemen leave here and go just be solid linemen somewhere else. They don't, they don't become superstars. They don't, I've got like two names in my head, and they won't come to my head right now.
Kevin Zeitler is one of them.
Zeitler, yeah. There's guys who stunk here who just leave here and they just plug in and start the rest of their career on the offensive line. And maybe they're never great, but they're fine. They're just fine.
I want to talk about Kevin Zeitler because Kevin Zeitler was good. He came to the Giants. He sucked, left the Giants, and was good again.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a play yesterday where I think it was like a 3rd and 12. Giants really needed it, of course, late in the game, and the Commanders got in Russell Wilson's lap instantly with a 4-man rush.
4-man rush.
Yeah. 4 men.
We had a running back staying in the block, and we had 2 tight ends on the field, and a 4-man rush just instantly on Wilson.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to talk about the offensive line here in just a second, but let me give a shout out first, and then we'll get into the breakdown. But hello, Hampstead, North Carolina. It's a community near Wilmington, population 7,000. It was named after the 1740 plantation of John Mott, who was from Hempstead, Long Island. So somehow Hempstead became Hampstead. And so it's known for subdivisions, shopping centers, and retail or rental houses to take advantage of its proximity to Wilmington and the beaches. So not a lot of things to note about it, except that I think it's funny. It's called Hampstead, and it's coming from Hempstead, Long Island.
Yeah, they couldn't just look it up on the internet back then. The guy's like, I don't remember how it's spelled. That's close enough. You know what is there in Hampstead is the Serenity Point Sandbar.
Now that sounds fun. Serenity now.
Serenity now.
You guys need a little serenity.
We need serenity now.
You really do.
We need to go to Hampstead and get some serenity.
I think Sunday at like just 2:20 p.m. I would have been yelling, "Serenity now!"
I can't believe how excited I was. I had nervous energy, a good energy at kickoff, and it was absolutely depleted. After really when we didn't score, and Scott, I don't want to bounce around too much, but like I want to stay on track here. But I immediately went to the turning point was 1st and goal from the 1, down 7-0, and you don't get in. That, by the way, also coming after the fact that we got a penalty call on 3rd down. It would have been fourth and goal. No, I'm sorry, it was 4th and goal. I think
4th goal.
Yeah, it was 4th and goal. We get the defensive call, and I'm like, 1st and goal from the 1. We're going to punch it in. And as soon as I don't know, we talk about this all the time, guys, on the goal line. We never get the walk in. We never just get the touchdown on 1st down. I said as soon as they didn't get it on 1st down, I was like, oh shit, here we go. Yep. Still 2nd and goal from the 1, and then Scatterbo then's running into his own fucking lineman as the lineman's being pushed around and turned backwards. And right there, guys, when they settled for 3, I said we're gonna lose this game right here.
Well,
Yep.
I'll tell you this. We were in unison at the bar watching the game. The first time the Giants went for it on fourth down, we said kick the ball. They didn't. They went for it on fourth down. Then we get the penalty. And what do we do on first down? We try some trick play where we're getting some lineman out of the backfield. Who, by the way, I did watch the replay. He was being mugged the whole time once he left the line. But the thing is, why are you running that? Why not just run it down their throat on first and goal from the one? Run it 3 times. If you can't get it in on 3 times and you want to go for it on fourth and pass the ball, fine. But you got Scatabo. You drafted him for a fucking reason. Run the fucking ball.
That's the other thing. The Giants are so fucking predictable. Anytime they bring Scatabo into the game, he's getting the ball. There's no, even when they split him out wide, they threw it to him. It's like they have specific packages for specific people, and they bring them in and use them when the whole defense is all over that. There's no setup. There's no, we're going to put Scatabo in there 8-9 plays before we're going to get the Redskins to stop paying attention to him. None of that. It's all just the same completely predictable garbage. The goal line, I'm glad we got the penalty. I was really glad we got the penalty because we were going to go for it on fourth and not get anything out of that drive. The penalty probably saved us from ourselves in that situation.
How about this, though, guys? First and goal from the one. Why not do what every other team is doing these days? Try the tush pusher, that whatever that play is, or have Russell Wilson do a sneak. If he doesn't get in, it's second down from the 3-inch line.
Yeah,
I just don't get why you would not run the ball on first and goal from the one.
And the play they called it's fine. The play they actually called, right? It works 1,000% of the time for other teams in the NFL. That offensive lineman is all alone in the back corner of the end zone. He catches it like a freaking dancing bear against his chest.
Yep.
But this guy covered, completely covered. The Giants haven't run that play ever. Washington was all over it. It's just there's.
But how is that though? We've never. But Mike, you just made a great point right there.
Yeah.
We've never run that play,
No.
but yet Washington's all over it. How is that possible? How is it possible that we don't ever get walk-ins? We don't get easy. We get nothing easy. Forget about inside goal to go. Our goal to go offense. I don't have the numbers in front of me in terms of our touchdown percentage, but I looked up. Goal to go from the one, and teams score like fucking 95% of the time. And I don't know if that's a touchdown, but it's close. You guys get my point. I mean, and I just don't understand that we have. This has been year in and year out. We know the offensive line, but our play calling inside the red zone and especially goal to go is just inexplicably horrendous in this league. I watched all around the league on the red zone. I see people walking in from all over the place. Justin Fields is trotting in from the 2-yard line. There he goes. And we got guys running to the fat asses of our offensive linemen who are getting spun around and pushed into the backfield. I can't take it, guys. I can't. I don't know, Mike. To your point, I was 16 more weeks of this.
Yeah,
I'm not going to survive. I'm not going to survive it, guys. I'm ready to adopt a new team. I was starting to think about my new teams last night. Buffalo, maybe. I might take on the Buffalo Bills. I don't even have to change the colors on my sheets. It's the same red and blue.
Well, when you asked how teams knew what we were doing there, this goes to Mike's point. So when Scatabo is in the backfield, he's getting the ball. When number 71 reports as an eligible receiver, he's getting the ball.
Yeah.
That's the fucking New York Giants in a nutshell.
Look, I've been watching the Giants obviously a lot more for the last 3 years, and it doesn't change. It doesn't change. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like, and because I'm with you guys, when you get a first down, you act like you've won the Super Bowl.
That's what it feels like.
Down.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to get a first down. I forget the Jets. It's just like, why does it feel like they have to try so hard to do anything positive offensively? It blows my mind.
I just don't understand how 1st and 10, second and 8, 3rd and 1, how it can be that our quarterback, and now it just happens to be Russell Wilson now, we can go back to Jones, name any quarterback that we've had, last couple of years, how this person cannot just drop back and survey the field with a clean pocket. It doesn't matter the down, the distance, the score of the game, nothing matters.
No.
Nothing matters. The guy is running for his fucking life every week of every year now for what seems like 5 to 10 years. Someone has to help me understand this.
Yeah.
I thought this year, nothing surprises me too much. I really was shocked yesterday at how bad the Giants played an NFL game yesterday. I was. And that rarely happens anymore. Nothing surprises me in this league. Nothing. We predict, I feel like 90% of the shit that happens most of the time of not only just our two teams, but across the league. And I absolutely was really, I don't want to say shell-shocked, but I really was unbelievably caught off guard by just how bad the Giants still are.
Well, and we'll get into this in a little bit too. But when Daniel Jones was here, he looked better than Russell Wilson did. But regardless of that, he leaves. Russell Wilson comes in, and the composed Russell Wilson looks just as shaky as every NFL quarterback that's played here. Like to Mike's opening comment that he made, and think about it. We were saying before the game started, Mike and I were like, moonballs. We didn't see deep passes in this game. They maybe took one shot the entire game downfield. So it says to you, did you just throw away the entire game plan once this game started and didn't try to throw any balls downfield? We ended up with 6 points, no touchdowns. We all mentioned that. Guys, Birds looked good, as did Carter, and that was about the only bright spots. Now, I will say in the aftermath of this, Micah McFadden was carted off in the game, and it looked pretty bad. Reports are he's probably going to miss a couple of weeks, but it's not going to be season-ending. But regardless, this team has a lot of work that has to be done.
Still, I mean that's the understatement of the year. I don't want to panic. I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater in week one. But it's not just a loss. It's just that everything is exactly the same. That's what it is, and that just leaves you
sets up a
no
week 2
hope.
game. It sets up a week 2 game that becomes a must win.
Yeah,
because it's another division game, and you lose to the Cowboys who went into the game against Philly looking like they had no chance, and they gave Philly a shot. All of a sudden, Dallas is probably going to roll us.
They're gonna roll us, Scott, and because this again, and we'll go around the league. I mean, I know we're gonna get to the Jets here and Novak's Jets. I mean, the Jets could have, should have won that game. Teams compete. We know who the bad teams are. Like New Orleans competed. The Tennessee Titans are competing on the road at Denver.
Competed.
The Browns competed. Probably should have won. They missed a field goal at the end of the game. Teams compete. This Giant team can't compete. That's the major disparity between where they are and where a real team is. Any team for that matter. They're hopeless. This league is designed and set up for the offenses to score points. I was listening to a few comments today and going around, the social media and whatnot, and every other team is scoring points. The New York Giants, they can't score touchdowns. They can't score points. It's bullshit. And this isn't something, Scott, where had they played a complete game and they just got beat, maybe and we're hanging in there, you could say, you know what, man, we were 1 or 2 plays away. We got a bad break here or something happened. We got a chance against Dallas next week. You can't look at this game yesterday and then say we're going to Dallas with a chance to win. No, there's no chance. There's no chance.
When your words after a game are Graham Gano's our MVP for the umpteenth time, that shows you how sad it is.
Dude, it's very sad, man. And I just can't believe this happened again in week 1. And because again, how does this all of a sudden this gets fixed in 6 days going into Dallas, who, by the way, they're a desperate team. And let me tell you something. I watched you watched the Dallas game on Thursday night against the Super Bowl champs. They could have won that game had it not been for a couple CD drops and the fumble. The random fumble that the Eagles always seem to get, right, to get them off the hook. All of a sudden, Dallas's defense stinks, this and that. Will you wait to see what Dallas's defense does to our offense? Because we stink. Yeah. We do. Yeah. Dallas's defense, I'm sorry, Mike, they were playing against the Super Bowl champions and probably the best offensive line in the league. And wait till they face this offensive line against the Giants. They're gonna fucking manhandle us.
Yeah, they are, because listen, Dallas is going to have a hard time finding wins on their schedule too. They are going to be fired up to get this one, and they're going to get it. Of course, I hope I'm not giving anything away on the predictions, but
I don't think so.
you know,
Like,
I don't
yeah.
think
And then
anyone's taking the Giants.
and like Cardone said, CD has a couple of drops, right? How many is he going to drop next week? None.
None.
He's going to be running around wide open. If we don't get immediate pressure, it's hopeless.
Well,
and
I wanna
we're not
point
going to
this
fix
out,
it in
too.
6 days because we haven't fixed it in 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the Giants-Redskins game, even if the Redskins don't drop a couple balls or
Yeah.
Daniels
Yeah.
misses a couple wide open guys, this game it's not close at all. It's a 40-6 game.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
what it felt like.
And they didn't
Yeah.
play well. I don't think
No.
the Commanders
They
played
played-
all
They didn't
that
play
well.
their best game.
That-
They didn't.
that-
They did not play their best game. No.
That defense is not all that good. They're not.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing for you guys is we talked about this at the end of last year. You're off kilter, right? Because you should have gotten rid of Dable and Shane, and now you're stuck with them, and now you got pressure on this rookie quarterback now is amped up exponentially because of how you played in week 1. If you play that way in week 2, he's going to have to come in as the savior. When you had Eli go in, how many years ago that was, he went into a decent team. There wasn't as much pressure. The pressure on this kid is out of this world. And if they fire Dable and Shane, now you get a new regime. You don't know that they like this kid. It's not
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I don't know if you want
Yes.
to talk about Dart now,
Well-
but Scott, do you want to? Because
Well, we
I
can
have
talk,
my
we can
thoughts.
talk about Dart. I
Go
want to
for it.
hold on anything about Dable because we have some questions about Dable coming up. But we could talk. Well, actually, let's hold off on Dart too because we got a
Okay.
question about Dart. So,
All right.
So with that, let's end up going to the Jets game. So the Jets Steelers. I mean, honestly, we were watching that game. I mean, the Dick got the win. The Dick made some plays, but Jets put points on the board. The Jets running game looked solid. The Jets were running on that Steelers defense, which is considered a vaunted defense. So I mean, you could put aside what happened with the Giants for a minute. The Jets competed. You said it, Cardone.
Mhm.
Not only did they compete,
Absolutely.
they were in that game. They probably should have won that game. And at the end of the day, the Jets looked decent. I don't know how good Justin Fields looked, but I'll tell you what, Brees Hall looked good. The defense had some lapses, but they had a lot of big plays in that game.
Look, I actually Justin Fields played really well.
He
did.
played
And
great.
Mike and I were talking about it at the bar. Justin Fields, the difference in him this year was when he got out of the pocket and he started to run, instead of just running, he was looking upfield and he was finding open receivers, and he doesn't have much to work with. And his completion percentage was really high. He was making smart decisions. The pass to Garrett Wilson, the touchdown pass, which was a dime, he dropped it right in the basket. But if you watch prior to that, he saw that the Steelers were in man coverage, and he switched really quickly to the play, and he changed it, and Wilson was not wide open. He pass. No, I'm not saying Justin Fields is going to be the answer. I'm not. And I'm not saying the Jets are going to be any good because they're not. But what I can tell you is that they lost that game because of football reasons, not because they were terrible, but it's because a couple of bad luck. They lost by a 60-yard field goal. You can't blame that. Fine. I mean, we get that. They have a real problem in the secondary, other than Sauce Gardner, who was fantastic. This Brandon Stevens sucks ass. So that was a big issue. They ran the ball extremely well, and they told you what they were going to do. They said, we're going to be a running football team, and they did it. And you know why? Because of their offensive line. They've got 4 number 1 draft choices, and they even lost their starting guard. Take a page out of that book. Build from the inside out.
Didn't even notice.
You didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
So, look, and I'm pissed that they lost. Of course they lost. It's a heartbreaker. As always, the Jets find a way to fuck all our fans, and we lost in a just completely heartbreaking fashion. And I had to sit there and listen to the Dick say how happy he was to beat everyone, associated with the New York Jets. Fuck off. First of all, you didn't play all that well. And, he said the Jets, didn't think he could play anymore because you stunk when you were here, dude. You were horrible, and you torpedoed this franchise, bringing all your little buddies in. And I'm so happy he's out of here. Go play for the Steelers. Maybe he had one good week. He's gonna suck this year, and I can guarantee it. So yeah, sucks that we lost, but I can't complain. Would I have ever thought in a million years the Justin Field-led Jets would score 32 points? Hell no, not in a million years. So. I don't believe in moral victories, and I love that Aaron Glenn said that. He said that there's no such thing as a moral victory, and anyone that loses us a game is not going to be playing for us. Thank you. Finally, where has this been? So, I give them a C+. They lost the game, but I can't even compare it to what the Giants look like because they look decent.
And your coach says there's no moral victories, and our coach said, "Yeah, we did some good things in this game."
Yeah. He's got to go. No, I agree, and Novak and I were talking about it pretty extensively there at the bar. We were watching the game. Fields was great. Mm-hmm. He was great. And that's where a running quarterback. That's Lamar Jackson running quarterback. Mm-hmm. That is the guy who uses his legs to make himself space to throw the ball. And if it's not there, he can tuck it and run. We know he can run. And he somehow found accuracy. You got to give some coach on the Jets some credit there because he wasn't even that at college.
That's what you just said it right there. This new offensive coordinator, I know it's one game, but he had a game plan suited to what Justin Fields can do, not forcing a game plan down his throat that wasn't suited to his game. Yep. And that's what an offensive coordinator should do. And I feel like that's what the Giants are missing. This Kafka sucks ass.
Yeah,
sorry.
He does.
He's the worst OC in the league.
He really is. How is he ever getting head coaching interviews? Get the hell out of here with.
No. But I can't believe I'm going to say this either, but I thought the same thing. I mean, obviously I had, the Giants on, the primary screen, and I was really just watching the Jets through the red zone and stuff. But what I did see was that might have been one of Justin Fields' best games as a pro.
Everyone,
in terms of
said it was.
He looked confident. He looked in control. He didn't look erratic like he usually can. He looked like he was in command of that offense. He really did.
Absolutely.
And I was
on that.
For the first time ever. Yeah, as I was just observing, I was actually like, man, if I'm playing against Fields, I'm a little scared of this guy right now. He was.
Well, he looked dangerous.
On the last drive, on that last play, he made the right call. Like he ran it up to he could have maybe run it for the first down, but he had three defenders coming at him. He stopped and he threw it to a wide open Garrett Wilson. You cannot blame Fields for the fact that Garrett Wilson got lit up by Jalen Ramsey and dropped the ball. He made the right call. If that was last year, he's running. He's tucking and running. Yeah. And he didn't. So I can't be upset with Justin Fields.
No, what you can be upset with is definitely the dick and everything he comes with him winning. At your the Jets' expense, Novak, right?
That just burned me.
Because he's just impossible to look at. But let me ask you this, as a diehard Jet fan, because when they're lining up for the 60-yard field goal, was there any doubt in your mind that ball's not going through the upright? Did you think there's not, right?
It's going in, guaranteed.
But guys, think about this. The game's on the line. You're talking about a 60-yarder. We talk about this all the time on our pod. 60-yard field goals now just go through. They just go through with the game on the line, no less. With ease.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't. As we're watching, Red Zone had it online. I didn't even sniff at the idea that he was going to miss that kick.
Nope.
60-yarder.
Absolutely not.
I don't know whether I should be sorry, Scott. I don't know whether I should be impressed with this or just constantly pissed off that guys are hitting 60-yarders. For some reason, it pisses me off.
What was the kick Butker hit? Just running onto the field and kicking it. Greg!
Oh, look what we got.
we got another.
Yes.
We got another Cardone in the house.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. Wait. I got to go. Hang on. I got to go speaker thing here. Just a second.
Now we're good. How's the optimism, boys?
Oh, it's right up there.
The optimism is at an all-time low there, Mr. Greg.
I can't hear him. What did he say? I can't. How come I can't hear him?
Oh, wait.
He's gonna have to. I got technical trouble. Come on. No, here we go. Go. Are we good? Yes.
You hear me?
Yeah. So the
Come on, we're the
optimism
three
is at an
angry
all-time low.
Giant fans. Let's be angry and enough of this laughing and yucking it up. Get pissed off.
We've been fucking angry.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Did Chris give you my season over when it happened?
Yep. Yeah, we got it.
I
did give it. Yeah, it was actually on a punt.
On a
It's on
punt.
a punt. Yep.
And I
It was a
when I nailed the
Novak.
39-yard punt, I go, I've had it. I'm out.
Jamie Gillian,
I mean,
Worst punter in the league.
worst punter in the league,
unbelievable.
and we still trot him out there.
So I'll let you guys get back to it, but geez. Novak, at least maybe. I mean, how did this happen? Maybe Fields is
Justin
like
We just
Fields,
talked
man.
about it.
better than we
Yep.
think.
That's one game. Doesn't mean anything, but like I feel bad talking about it because the Giants were just like dog shit. So
Yeah.
it's
Worst
tough.
team in the league.
What about did you guys hear the did you hear BT and Sal on their
did.
rant? Woo! Good
That
stuff.
was awesome, and he was spot on.
Yeah.
Right.
So I didn't see Chris all day and all this stuff like that. Real quick, before we go, I had to go get him down to my mom's. Right, we get in the car, radio off, and like we had a 30-minute ride back to my house. And let me tell you, we couldn't even like hear over each other with the F-bomb. We just went like giant talk, like, "Are you?"
I told these guys I got a lot of it out of our systems
We
earlier
did.
today. I'm like, I think I have some in the tank here tonight
Yeah.
for the pod, but we'll find enough to get it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
So, all right, man. I love you guys.
All right.
Keep it
All right,
going.
Greg. Good to
All right,
see you,
guys.
man.
guys.
No, so Cardone, what I was mentioning is that even that rushed field goal by Butker, I think it was like a 58-yarder. He just comes trotting on the field with like no time. They just snap the ball. He kicks it. It goes right through it. It's in the net halfway up. I mean, it's ridiculous these
I
days.
can't take it. I know.
Yeah,
I know, man.
Everyone still goes on fourth, knowing that these kickers can knock 60-yarders like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Sickening.
So when we look around the league, guys, there was some good games out there. I mean that Bills-Ravens game might have been one of the best openers I've ever seen.
Ever.
Now I will say this: I was firmly in wanting the Bills to win that game, but the Bills got a lot of favorable calls in that game.
They did.
Josh Allen can basically do what he wants, and the officials are letting him go. And I feel a little bit bad if you're John Harbaugh, except for the fact that John Harbaugh, even in the final drive, what the fuck's he doing not having like Derrick Henry out there for a while?
There's something about John Harbaugh that he doesn't go for the throat. I feel like he doesn't win these big games.
Well,
he lets teams back in. Like he just can't just put the final nail in the coffin, and any times he gets up on these big games. So remember that as we get into the playoffs this year. Something about him, like he plays conservative, he gets scared, he doesn't go for it. Like, something about this guy.
Well, the Ravens I saw today, they have the most double-digit blown leads in the fourth quarter in the across the entire NFL in the last. Did you see that, Mike? Yeah, like so like, whatever it is, the last. I don't know if it's 5 years or whatever it is, something like that. Yeah, the Ravens of all teams have the most blown double-digit leads in the fourth quarter. So to your point, Novak, there's something about them not finishing games with double-digit leads. I mean, especially the caliber of that team should not be. It's hard to blow a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. It should be. It is.
They lost a double-digit lead with 5 minutes left. 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
No,
and by the way, teams going for two, not going for two. Yeah. Oh my God. Right. Oh my God. I can't even keep track of what the score should be in these games anymore. With teams electing to go for two, I've given up on that, guys. I just don't. And you know what? It doesn't even get brought up. No one brings it up. Nobody in the media brings it up. Collinsworth and Tirico won't bring it up. It's relentless.
The Jets did it in the first half. They missed the field. They missed the extra point. And I'm thinking, great. We missed an extra point. It's 9-7. And then they get a gift from God, some phantom call, kick the field goal and just go up 10-7 and be done. And they're like, we're a yard closer. So we're going to go for two.
Yep.
And then what happens is the rest of the game, you're playing a chess match to try to figure out, do I go for two here? Do I go for one? Got to go up 7, got to go up 6, got to go up 8, go up 9. Like, it just doesn't end. Just kick the field goal, take the point, and move on. Frustrating as hell.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
So also around the NFL, I mean, we had the opening night game on Thursday night with the Cowboys and Eagles, and you couldn't have really scripted a worse start for the Eagles, where their fullback gets injured on the kickoff. The Jalen Carter spits and gets ejected. The Cowboys go right down and score, and yet the Eagles come back and win that game in at the end. And there's a lot of reasons why that happened. I had to laugh about the fullback guy that got hurt because the camera's on him and he's muttering. You could see his lips. What the fuck? How the fuck did this just happen? He knew he was done.
Yeah.
Like,
Unreal.
That was an interesting start to the season. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
The whole
And then
spitting thing.
Oh, yeah.
Collinsworth kind of said the quiet part out loud. I sent you guys a text on that. I don't know if you, but during the Jalen Carter injury, Collinsworth was like, "Oh, this was a guy that we were going to talk about for 80% of this broadcast." Like,
yes, I did hear
He just
that.
sounded like he didn't know what he was going to do now. He's just like, and they referenced it. I don't know. I should have kept count, but by the time I realized how many times they'd referenced it, it was too late. But they referenced that injury multiple times per drive the rest of the game. Oh,
They did.
hard to imagine Dallas getting away with that if Carter was here.
Yeah, anytime Dallas scored, well, if Carter was on the field, I don't know if this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that broadcast is hard to take with Collinsworth. They beat storylines to death for 3 hours, and
I think Collinsworth has jumped the shark. I mean, the way he was going on about Jalen Hurts, and no one's pointing out, by the way, that Jalen Hurts throwing the ball is not doing that well. He is running the ball. He's taking off. He threw to wide receivers 3 times in that ball game.
Yeah. He keeps
A.J. Brown
going.
had 1 reception. It was at the very last play of the game, basically.
Yeah.
I kept begging for Dallas to put a spy on Hurts or something to slow him down. Something is weird about, again, because I always think about like, well, the Giants don't do this or can't do that. I watch Jalen Hurts and the guy, he's not lightning fast. But yet, for some reason, when plays break down, he just trots in from like 15 yards out for touchdowns. How does it happen?
No,
Where is
he's
everybody?
Really good. He's really good about that. Just like, it's like we talked earlier, like Fields hasn't been over his career, but was great this week.